Hey, my comic book heads. Whew, okay, so this week is gonna be a little bit different. Okay, so I have at least 3 weeks worth of books that I got on my LCS this Friday. So each one of these videos is gonna be a different week. This week I'm gonna show y'all. I believe is September the 20th. I got a nice size stack that we go through. Um, I'm gonna go over all the books I've gotten, and um, yeah, but in the next couple of days, you'll see 2 more videos of each week, the 27th, and this also this past following week of comics. So bear with me. I would have done all in one video, but that would have been a super long video. So I broke it down into 3 videos. So I hope y'all enjoy them. Because I know I'm gonna enjoy showing what I got. These are all the books that are in my pull. Okay. So if y'all see some of my shorts, you'll see that I have tell you what books I'm most hyped about. 9 times out of 10, those books are in my pull. First of all, I want to thank everybody that like and subscribe and comment on my videos. I really do appreciate you guys. Also, everybody that voted for me as a final, actually had me become a finalist. I want to thank y'all as well. So I'm going to put that link in the CBC Awards so you can vote for your favorite comic book YouTuber, and it could be me or it could be whoever you want. There's several different, I believe it's 26 categories that you can select from. You don't have to pick somebody in that category. You can actually skip over it, but I suggest go through them, review the finalists, go to their channel, sub them up, and watch their content. A lot of them have some great content. So check them out, and we're gonna get started with the books I have. The first book is going to be a Marvel. The Marvel book is Alpha Flight #2. I just read the first issue to this, and I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I added this to my pull. I've always been an Alpha Flight type of fan, and I'm glad I was able to add that. The next one is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 34. I love how I love what they did with the cover. They have the broken up even in the numbering portion of the cover, and of course the trade dress. So yeah, I love the fact they did that for this cover. This is an awesome cover. And I see that Patrick Gleason is going to be one drawing instead of JR. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Next one is Batman and Superman World's Finest from DC. I am loving this title. This is one of my favorite DC titles, ongoing titles so far. With Mark Waid and Dan Mora, but it doesn't look like Dan Mora is doing this one. It's like somebody else, but I know I'm going to enjoy it. I've always been glad that I had this. This is one of my top picks for 2022 for new books, and it's still hitting strong for 2023. So that was Batman, Superman World's Finest. Another one I got is another DC book. The only reason I got it is because it's part of an event, and that's Catwoman issue number 57. I don't collect Catwoman books. I'm not actively collect Catwoman books, but the main reason why I got this book was because I feel that it was part of the event called Gotham War, and I believe this is part 3. And I'm a completionist, especially when it comes to events. I have to get, if it's part of the event, I'm going to have to collect it. So that's why I got this book. Another book that I think some people are sleeping on, and I find it a very enjoyable read. Maybe because I'm a little biased, because where it's somewhat located at, is another DC book, and it's called Cyborg. And the reason I said is where it's based at, it's in Detroit. I'm from Detroit, born and raised, so I know I was gonna like this. I know I was gonna like this book. So, and it's pretty good storyline too, and I'm quite enjoying this. So that was Cyborg issue number 3. Another book that I just read. This is a Marvel book. I just read it not too long ago. I read the first issue. This is issue number 2 from Marvel. It's Dark X-Men. And I'm trying to get as many. I'm not trying to get all of the Fall of X books. I know I said I want to get books as part of a storyline. This is not really an event. Like, it doesn't have a title that says The Fall of X. It just said these are the books that came out, I believe all these are miniseries, like 1 to 5, 1 to 6 miniseries for these books. I know Alpha Flight is one of them. Uncanny X-Men is another one. Realm of X is another. So I want to just picking a handful of them that I want to continue on reading. I bought all the number ones of them, but so far Alpha Flight and Dark X-Men really, and there's a couple other, I think Children of the Vault is another one that I really enjoy reading, so I kept up with those. But this was Dark X-Men issue number 2. Another one is, this is like I want to say like a side story for this title. This is from Dynamite. This is Gargoyles Dark Ages. I'm sorry, not a side story. This is a prequel. I think this happened before, I think even before the cartoon. So it's set back in, I forgot what century it was, but it is before the cartoon. And I really enjoyed reading this. It got real good in issue, this is issue 3 and issue 2. I read issue 2 and it got real good in issue 2. So I said, yep, it's already part of my pull list. They've already added it. But I'm glad they did, because I really do enjoy this title. Another one is Green Lantern War Journal, issue number 1 from DC. This is the first issue. I'm so glad he finally got his own book. Nothing against him being in the back pages of Green Lantern, but I'm super stoked that he got his own title. One of my favorite Green Lanterns. I really do enjoy John Stewart as a Green Lantern. I'm interested in seeing how this first issue goes. I know several people already read this. I've been trying to stay away from. As soon as I see somebody talk about this book, I try to stay away from it and not trying to hear what they have to say about it as far as giving out spoilers. So I can't wait to sit down and read that. Also with that, I'm gonna have to take it out the poly bag on this one. Also with that, I got the variant cover. I said when I first heard this book was coming out, I said, yep, I'm getting a variant cover no matter what. And I'm glad I got it. It is the glow in the dark dog tags for Green Lantern War Journal issue number 1. And you could feel the texture in them. And it's a gorgeous cover. I'm so glad I was able to add this to my collection. When I saw it in the future solicitations, I was like, yep, that will be, I would get it, and I'm so glad I have it. The next book is Boom Studios, one of my favorite independent publishers. I always say Boom Studios do not miss. In my opinion, they do not. I've read several of their titles and I've enjoyed all of them. Another book from Boom Studios that I really enjoy, I know quite a few people enjoy this. This is issue number 13 of Grimm. So I really enjoyed this title. It's very good. It has this lull period sometimes. I think in a late, like last, I want to say issue like 10 or 11, it kind of got a little like, okay, can we pick the pace up? But yeah, this has been good, and it's written by Stephanie Phillips. She's a great writer. So next one is from Image Comics. This is Monarch issue number 6. This is the last issue for this title, for this mini series. I believe it's the last issue. Don't quote me. Go ahead and quote me. This is the last one. Yeah, this is another good sleeper book. I've read this book. I've thoroughly enjoyed this book. Monarch is, Ronnie Barnes has been hitting out of the park lately with his books like Philadelphia and this stuff. And this book here, I highly recommend. If you're not, the trade dress should be out soon. It should be out already because this book came out, like I said, September 20th. So the trade dress, the trade paperback should be out for this book. I really enjoy this title, so I do recommend it. Another one is Dawn is another Dawn of DC book. This is issue number 106 of Nightwing. To be honest, there's nothing bad about Nightwing, what I'm about to say. I am thinking about dropping this book out of my pool. The story is pretty good. I don't know. Like I said, I was realistically, I was going to say I was going to drop it after issue 100. And I don't know why I haven't dropped it yet, but I keep buying it and it's still in my pool to this day. But I might just wait till 110 and then just drop it then if it doesn't get any good. But yeah, this is Nightwing issue number 106. Like I said, the book is not bad. It's just that I'm not really feeling it. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not my cup of tea. Next one is from Image. This is. I want to say. I'm not saying this is the last issue, but it is. It might be on a hiatus, and they come back later. I'm not sure. But I think this might be the last issue. This is Nocterra issue number 16. Where's that glare? There we go. There we go. Yes, Nocterra issue number 16 from Image Comics. Scott Snyder's been writing this, and Tony Daniels, gorgeous artwork from him. I love this title. This is one of my favorite independent books of 2022 and 2023. So I'm hoping that, I hope they do bring it back. I feel there's still more stories you tell in this universe. Not just their story, but maybe not everybody was doing the same thing in a different part of the country or a different part of the world. So I really hopefully they have more titles than this, more issues than this. So the next one we have is Sirens of the City from Boom Studios. Let me tell you, I read issue 1 and 2 of this book, right? Boom Studios do not miss. I'm telling you, hear me out. This is so good. It deals with sirens and just like fairy tale type of creatures in a modern city. It's just a good book. I'm telling y'all, it's very. I like this book. The artwork is great. The writing is awesome. I do highly recommend this book. And it says it's only issue 3, so you can still go out and get issue. I know my LCS, Madness Games and Comics, they have issue 1 through 3 at their shop. So I highly recommend it. If you haven't picked it up yet, go ahead and pick it up. And next, we have another Boom Studios. See, I told you, out of all the independent publishers, Boom Studios is on top for me. But this one that everybody's familiar with. This is issue number 33 of Something's Killing the Children. I jump on late on this train. I don't have issues 1 through 15. I have 16 to this point, and I am going to go back and try to find those other issues. I know the first 10 is going to be costly, but hopefully one day I will have the first 10 of the series. But yeah, I really enjoy Something's Killing the Children. I'm glad, even though I was late on hop on the train, I'm glad I hopped on the train. So that's such a good title. Next we have is Marvel Strange Academy Moon Knight. These are all one shots, but they are part of an event. So this is part 2 of 3 for this event. I think the first one had Miles in it. This one has Moon Knight, and I think the third one has Peter Parker Spider-Man. So once again, the Strange Academy, they are in this city. They trying to solve something that's going on, and something weird with the teacher. I read the one with Spider-Man. Something going on with that teacher and their friends get sucked into a book. So I can't wait to sit down and read this one and see what's come about it. I've been a huge fan of Strange Academy. Unfortunately, this is not Scotty Young's Strange Academy. This is it looks like it's Carlos Hernandez. Nothing against Mr. Hernandez, but I'm always Scotty Young. I love his writing for Strange Academy. It was just amazing. So I'm hopefully that they do come up with another volume or another iteration that Scotty Young is writing. So this was Strange Academy, Moon Knight. This next one is now that we're done with the Night Terrors, all the DC books are going back to their normal thing. So we have Superman issue number 6. This is another gorgeous cover. Like I said, I read issue 4 or 5. I know that Jamal Campbell is not drawing the inside, the interiors of this. He's mainly doing the covers. I guess he's getting a break from doing the interiors. I love his interior work. The person that took over for him think it's Melancholy. Nothing against him. He's a great artist as well. I just love Jamal Campbell's artwork. I like immensely. That dude got some skills with the pen. So I really enjoy Superman title. I I did collect Superman Rebirth. I think it's when I started collecting Superman books, and I've been liking the direction this one is going. As you know, I'll call it AB after Bendis. So I really enjoyed this title. Next book I picked up is Titans issue number 3 from DC. Once again, Night Terrors is done. They're going back to their normal titles, which I thought was weird that they did an event so early in these new Dawn of DC titles, but I'm still picking up Titans. This is, this is not the Justice League. Justice League is no more. Titans took over to be the number one superhero team in the DC universe, and I can't wait to sit down and read this. Next one is from Marvel. Now, I'm giving this book a chance. Okay, I haven't read it yet. I heard some good reviews on it, spoiler-free reviews on it, and I wanted to check it out. I got the first issue. I may get the second issue depending on how well I like this one. This is Uncanny Spider-Man, issue number 1. Basically, Nightcrawler in a Spider-Man-esque uniform. Like, it's almost like the only problem I have with it, it almost resembles close to Miles Morales in a certain way with the black and the red. So I'm gonna give this a shot. Let's see what it's like. So I did get issue 1, and I'm a cover A kind of guy, but there was some cool variant covers for this, but I just stuck with cover A. And the last book I have has been a book that I have been down on for a while, but lately it's been picking up and being actually a really good book. It's from Marvel. This is issue number 37 of Wolverine. Like I said, it took me a while to really get them and to really enjoy this book. But I said I'm gonna stick with it because Wolverine is still one of my favorite characters. Even though I felt that back, for couple of decades, I felt he was oversaturated in the market, and he was in everybody's book. So, but I really enjoy the character himself. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna stick with this title and see how this goes. I have all the complete run of this volume, and I want to say that like the last few issues, I really enjoyed it. I love where this book is going. I love the crossover between him and Ghost Rider. So Benjamin Percy is the one that's writing this. Is he still writing this? I want to say yes. Yes, he is. So he is still writing this. I have no issues now because the book has been picking up and going in the right direction. So that was Wolverine issue number 37. It's almost like you know what? It almost like an homage to the 181. But instead of a Wendigo, I think it is a Wendigo. No, there's no Wendigo in this. No, just a bunch of other Wolverines. So yeah, I can't wait to sit down and read that title as well. So those are the books that I've gotten on for the September the 20th. Like I said, there's gonna be 2 more videos after this for this whole week. I gotta show my September the 27th videos and this past week's books I've got. So just bear with me. I really do appreciate you guys. Also, I want to say that I want to thank all the people that like and subscribe for my videos, who comment on my videos. I really do appreciate it. I try to do my best to make sure if you do comment on my videos, I try to reply back to you guys because I feel that you took your time to reach out to me, so I'm going to do my best and reach out to you. And I just want to thank y'all for that. I really do, and I really appreciate you guys. And once again, I also want to put the link to the CBC Awards so you can vote for your favorite comic book YouTuber. Once again, if it's me, cool. If it's not, that's fine. I believe the voting ends the second week of November, and I'll make sure I'll put, like I said, in that link, they will let you know when the voting will end. And also, I want to thank my LCS, which is Madness Games and Comics here in Plano, Texas. I'll put the link of their YouTube channel and their website, and then it's going to be down in the description below. Also, we're only a few weeks away from Halloween. If you love horror movies and you like to listen to podcasts, guess what? My lady, she has her own podcast called Horror Movie Warriors, and she is on Spotify. And once again, Horror Movie Warriors. And I'll put the link down to her Spotify in the description down below so you can check her out. She does it a little bit differently. She's coming across talking about horror movies, but from a Christian perspective. And there's nothing negative. It's all positive. She loves horror movies. She loves watching them. She also is a Christian prayer warrior, and she has a different perspective on horror movies than the typical horror fan. So check her out. She also has a Facebook group with the same name, and they have an awesome time there and awesome time on the podcast. So I'll put that link down below. Once again, I want to thank everybody. I want y'all to enjoy y'all week. I know we're getting close to the big three holidays of Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And if you want to throw New Year's in it too, you can. So I want y'all to enjoy yourselves, be safe out there, and don't forget, happy Christmas.